What is up, guys, and welcome to the channel. Mr. Profanity here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you where you can find the griffins and how to tame a griffin on the map Crystal Isles. Let's go. So the griffins are actually an awesome tame to have. They're awesome to get around on the map. They're super fast and they're still pretty durable and strong. So it's like a good balanced tame to have, especially if you want to go for wyvern egg hunting. Definitely one of the best tames to use for that, as well as the rock drake. But we're here for griffins, not rock drakes, boys. So basically you can find these griffins on Crystal Isles. This is hands down the best spot to find griffins in all of Ark. I don't care what you say. Much better than my Ragnarok video where there were 6 different locations. This has upwards of 40 griffins spawned in at any given time in this griffin trench. If you want to see a full overview of that, I'll put a link in the description to my griffin video for the griffin trench. If not, I'll give you a couple highlights during this video so that you can actually see that. And let's go ahead and show you what's going on here. Basically, what I've done is I've created a makeshift pen that can fit the griffin, because they can fit through the dino gateways, and I've spaced the dino gateways with enough space between each one that allows me and my pteranodon to fit through, and not enough space to let the griffin fit through so that it actually does get trapped. So essentially you kite the griffin in, you place the gate down behind the griffin, and then you squeak out through the crack and he's trapped in and you're safe scotch-free. And it's not as easy as just kiting it in. Like, the griffin it's kind of annoying, like, I won't lie, because it aggroes to everything, and it just sometimes it does this like hover circle thing, and like it looks like a goddamn idiot. Like, it won't do anything other than just hover and spin around. So you might have to fly up to it and actually like hit it and get in between the battle, get its aggro. And even once you do that and you try and get it into the pen, it's kind of, the griffin is so weird that it kind of like moves left and right and glitches. So when you try to kite it straight into the pen, it doesn't work. So you actually have to kind of go on like an angle. You have to like swing away from your gates and then come in on an angle and then straighten out right before your gates to kind of get it to hook into there. But I'm going to show you that so you see what that looks like here. So we got his aggro. We're pulling him a decent distance from the gates. We're gonna turn back and we're gonna come in at an angle, and then we're gonna straighten up just before, and you can see he falls right into the trap. We place the gate and we just literally walk right out. Now, some things to know is that there's a lot of shit that spawns here. There's Uteranus, Carnos, Ravagers, RGs, lots of griffins, saber-tooths, thorny dragons. Like, there's a ton of stuff here. So you have to be very careful when you're doing this method that I'm showing you here with the pteranodon, because you can very easily get run up on and just get stomped. So make sure you put sleeping bags down first off, and also just, you know, be very careful. And when you're getting into this griffin tame and you're tranking him out, just be very, very aware of your surroundings, because multiple times when I did this tame, there was like tons of stuff that came and started killing me. But the beautiful thing is, once you do actually have a griffin tamed, then it makes taming another griffin very easy, because you can shoot off of the griffin's back. So if something comes and attacks you, you can leap up, stomp it down with its special attack, and then you're good to continue taming. So when, like, what this does is, like, it makes you think, when you're taming this griffin, what am I going to use to tame it? Am I going to use trank arrows, or am I going to use trank darts? Because trank darts do like a significant less amount of damage to the actual griffin than the trank arrows. And if you're going to be constantly getting attacked by things, then you're going to want to be mindful of what you're using, because the arrow's going to do a lot of damage, and then it's going to spike its torpor up, and then if you keep getting attacked by stuff and keep having to fly away, then the torpor is going to start going down. And the griffin's a pretty sturdy tame, but you could end up getting to the point where you can't get its torpor to knock it out, and you end up killing it. So take that into consideration when you're choosing either the long neck and darts, or you're using the crossbow and the trank arrows method. Me personally, I don't mess around with that stuff. Like, I go first with trank darts always, and then I'll use the trank arrows if, like, last resort, if I break my long neck or something like that. Because the griffin takes like like about 100 trank arrows from using with the crossbow, and it uses like almost 70 tranquilizer darts. So you know what, I always bring extra just in case, because you never know what's gonna happen. Bring extra crossbow and bring extra long neck rifles as well. And once you have him knocked out, his preferred food is extraordinary kibble. If you can't get your hands on that, the next best thing is raw mutton. If you need to know where an ovis is, I have a video on that. I'll put that in the description here so you can go to that after this. And the next best thing is going to probably be cooked lamb chops, and then raw prime meat, which you can find from quite a few things like the RGs and Carnos in the area. So you can do something simple like the chainsaw after you kill it, or use a Rex or whatever you have available to you, essentially. So we're going to use extraordinary kibble because I'm looking for the max efficiency. And when I tell you about how many trank arrows and darts, I'm talking about like a high level Griffin. We're talking about 130 plus. I don't go for anything under that unless it's just like my first Griffin and I need something to get started. But in this case, we didn't need to worry about that. So once you actually have the Griffin knocked out, you're going to box him in, because other things can actually still hit him, and that's going to destroy your taming efficiency. So you're just going to box him in by putting the dino gates in a 4x4, or not a 4x4, but in a square, right? So all four connect. And then on the inside, you're gonna put a pillar down about 3 high and place a ceiling, so that nothing from the top down can come and actually hit it from that way either. That way, if you wanna go AFK or do whatever you wanna do, you're also good to go. What I want to show you now is just like a quick little overview of like the Griffin trench, which is like, there's like a ton of Griffins, and what you can do is you can pull those Griffins out, get their aggro, pull them out of the canyon, and then set up a trap on flat grounds to be able to tame them a lot more smoothly than having like 60 million Griffins chasing you. That's not cool. I've got a ton of content, guys, on Crystal Isles, from dinosaur locations to how to tame to all the resource locations. So go ahead, I'm going to drop a playlist on the screen, click that, check that out, and I'm going to save you guys a lot of time by giving you the information. And I'm Mr. Profanity. Catch you in the next video. Peace.
Yo, microphone check, make it a